The hit series The Chosen went from being a crowd-funded project to being released nationwide in theaters. And the premiere of season 5 set a box office record for the show. Recently, Efram sat down with the actors who play Mary Magdalene and Matthew as they talk about their experience.
I do believe that Jesus is most likely the Messiah.
Why?
Why what?
Why do you believe that?
I've seen too much.
Then why are you doing this?
I suppose I have not seen enough.
Matthew's journey on The Chosen is incredible, from being virtually not seen or ignored, spit on, to now finding himself and slowly becoming one of the most famous scholars in history. You see this confidence in him. So in season 5, you're seeing him really pay attention to all the detail and make sure all the records are accurate, because it is Holy Week. And in that, Matthew is listening, learning, taking care of others that he cares about, and most of all, growing.
There is talk of a collaborator from within of his own followers.
I'm Elizabeth Tavish, and I play Mary Magdalene. She's gone through so much in the last few seasons. When we first meet her, she's at her lowest point. She's possessed by demons. She's struggling with addiction. She has PTSD. And she meets Jesus and is healed from all of that. But we see this very realistic portrayal of growth over the next few seasons, where sometimes it's a little 2 steps forward, 1 step back. And she still struggles with the shame of her past and the fears of her experiences, and she's sort of learning from all the other people around her how to really let go of it and be present. And this season, I think, is the first time where she's really not thinking about herself at all anymore. Wow. She's not thinking about her past. She's not thinking about any of her fears or shame or anything, and she's just focused on Jesus and what he's saying and what he's teaching, and trying to figure out how she can help him, because the beginning of this season, the news is, he shares very publicly that he will die soon. So the stakes have become so much higher for everyone.
Yeah. You guys are both naturally so intimately involved in this story. How has it changed you personally over the course of these last few years?
It's actually made me more confident. I've learned a lot about myself, and I give that full credit to the writers, the showrunners, just giving Matthew this kind of personality and body and depth. And it's helped me as Paris just kind of find my own roots and bearings. And I've really learned a lot, and just, owning yourself, staying grounded, but also just always trying to be the best version of yourself, which is what I like to embody with Matthew. I
mean, when I first booked the role, I was very similar to the Lilith version of Mary.
Oh, wow.
I really connected to that. I was going through a depression. I was struggling with a lot of pain and anxieties, and so over the course of these years, I feel like I've been allowed to change and grow alongside Mary. She's sort of been like this guide of showing me the path to a really fulfilling and joyful life. And some of that is within the story, and some of that is on set with wonderful people that I get to act with and learn from and grow with. And so the entire experience has sort of all together brought me a lot of joy.
I could go on and on about the numbers in terms of 720 million views, the 14 million this, the 220 million this. Do you guys spend any time looking at the numbers as far as the reach of the show?
You're a number person.
Matthew, I was like, yeah, Matthew does. So I will hide behind Matthew in this. But yeah, I mean, are we top 5 on Amazon Prime for the last week? Yeah, but yeah, who does? It's kind of fun because we just think about our humble beginnings and not even finishing the season, or not even knowing if we would finish season 1.
The first 4 episodes.
So just to now know that we're this globally impactful show, and having been around the world, seeing the impact and the footprint our show is leaving is kind of amazing. And so, yeah, I look at the numbers.
Whenever we go to these events and we see the audience reactions and the fan interactions, it starts clicking of like, oh, this is becoming a very globally enjoyed show. It's crazy.
So we are in season 5. You now have less road ahead of you and more behind you.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
I mean, I've been sad, to be honest, just because we're just so close and connected, and we were a big family here. So I'm not gonna lie, I've been a bit emotional this season.
I've been so surprised by how quickly it's grown, and that's allowed us to make the seasons faster. So it's just, at first it was this sort of slow, gradual growth, and now it feels like it's sped up, and it feels like it's going away.
So we're like chasing it.
Yeah.
We know we want it back.
I ask that you keep your distance from me in Jerusalem these next few days.
Why?
Wow, what a great interview. And it's so interesting, Andrew, to hear her, Elizabeth, talking about how she was struggling with depression before doing the series, and how even through working on this series, God's really changed her and helped her.
Yeah, and during the piece, Charlene and I were just kind of acknowledging to each other that we remember, was it season 1 in which Mary was really profiled, and her transformation, and when Jesus really captured her heart. It was very dramatic and profound, and it really changes the way you view the people that interacted with Jesus, or at least makes you consider it strongly.
I remember when I didn't know about The Chosen, and a friend of mine was actually watching it, and he said, you've got to watch this series called The Chosen. He said, it has literally changed my life. Yeah. And it's happening all over the world. So many people are impacted by this amazing series.
And we've enjoyed hearing from the actors, how they've grown, how they've identified with people in Scripture that they're portraying. And of course, they still just seem delighted and surprised at the enormous growth and impact around the world. It is incredible.
Amazing. Well, part 1 of The Chosen season 5 is in theaters right now, and you can go to their website at thechosen.tv for more information.